Hey guys, it's Ruben from TornadoTwins, and as you guys know, most of the tutorials are created by my brother Ephraim, and quite a bunch of you have asked, Ruben, what do you do other than, being sort of like the funny sidekick who just doesn't know anything? But really, I do quite some things, and one of those things is writing for our companies and for clients, creating different screenplays and features, but also like TV series, narrative, that kind of thing. And also creating novels and game writing. And game writing is still really complex and really big because you have so many different storylines in your stories. If the gamer chooses to go one way, he gets into a different story than if he chooses to go in a different way. And often you may write the same conversations that he'll end up in, but certain things will change in the dialogue lines. So it's a very fun, complex type of thing to write for games. One of the things you have to watch out for when you create video game stories is make sure that your tension rises in the right way. This is the same for novel and the same for screenwriting, but you don't want to jump tensions. You have to build some growth into it. And with games it's really fun because the weapons that you have, that you slowly grow in, sort of help decide the story. Whereas in a novel you have to keep it in mind that to keep the tension growing as the character changes and gets in more and more trouble to reach his goal. But in games, the sort of the weapons that you get stronger and stronger can help you create a bit of that through line. Now, one of the things that's really important that is done, is sort of done in error most of the time, is that the main character that you play in your game often doesn't have a desire, but he needs to have a really strong desire line, needs to be obsessed with something. Now, for instance, in Half-Life, he's obsessed with getting out of Black Mesa Research Center, but not only that, also restoring the situation. So that becomes really fun. A lot of games like put you tight in a corner. A lot of the horror games do that as well and create a very strong tension that way. But other than escaping, have a second desire. And that gives you sort of this extra depth. Now another thing is, the bad guy, you cannot forget the forces of antagonism, the evil, the villains. Make sure they're not loose from the story, not just like random dudes attacking you and yelling stuff. They have to have a goal and a desire as well that has to be clear. It's fun if you're around the corner, you overhear a little bit of a conversation, and in that conversation you see a little bit of their desire, see a little bit of what they're going for. And make sure that at the deepest level, the enemy's desire is the same as the desire of the good guy. For instance, in Half-Life again, the Marines want to clear Black Mesa Research Center. They want to kill all evil. You want to do the same thing, only you want to kill the aliens. And the Marines think that you are evil as well. So in a way they have the same goal. If you give the bad guy and the good guy different goals, they're going in a different direction, and they wouldn't have to constantly come back in conflict again. A fun thing to know is that there are tools available to help you write. For instance, if you write a movie, everybody knows you use Final Draft, or if you want to go free, you use Celtics. If you're writing a novel, there's numerous of tools. You can use Word, but you can also use Scrivener or Storymill or things like that. Many people have asked us, what do you use for game writing? And if you don't have the right tool, it can be really frustrating because with Microsoft Word, you have to keep track of all those different conversations. And if you have to crank out stuff fast for a game studio and you want to make a change, you have to think through your whole structuring. The best tool I have found is Articy-Draft. It's created in Germany. It's a brilliant tool. And we are actually friends with these guys because right after I discovered the tool, I wrote them and said this is amazing, and we got in touch with one another, met each other at conferences and stuff like that. And I asked them, can I give the game writers who follow us on YouTube a coupon code so that they can get some reduction off of it and work with other writers? And they said, sure, let's do it, awesome, anytime. So we have a coupon code for you guys to use Articy-Draft, and check out a little video on what it's about. So that was a great overview. Actually, this video has never been released before. They gave us the primer to show you guys. So there you go. We have the coupon code for you if after the 30-day trial you'd like to, continue with it as we do. Some of the great features is that you can, over in the network, work with multiple writers, and we work with many different clients, but also with subcontractors all across the world, and using it this way is brilliant. There's many different types of interfaces so you can write it the way you like best. If you're more of a, I want to start writing here and go down like I'm used from Word, then you can do that. If you're more of a, I want to go from left to right and create little charts and stuff, you can do that. If you're going to go the whole like mind map type route, like something happens and everything erupts from that, you can do it that way. You can nest conversations. It is just amazing. You can draw over level maps and say, okay, this happens there, and I just won't stop talking about it because I like it so much. I don't get paid to tell you this. I just think it's the most professional tool out there. So that's sort of a little view in how to do game writing, and we'll also have a video coming up with the very famous screenwriting guru John Truby. He's one of the 3 major screenwriting gurus in Hollywood, and he taught me how to write. And we went to his house in Santa Barbara near the studios and asked him the differences between game writing and movie writing and those kind of things. And so look for that video. We'll come up with it as soon as we've got it for you.